Yo, what's happening, people, and welcome back to the Neeks Sports Podcast. We are live on YouTube. We've got a lot to dissect today, so we thought we'd bring it to you live so you can catch the action in the flesh. We've got the usual panel here to dissect it all. The Premier League season has finished, as have all the other leagues, and the Euros are about to begin. So it's going to be a busy summer as we continue the football season. The football season ain't finished, you know. Football season ain't finished. If anything, just starting. Team just starting. Yeah, we got the panel, and we'll introduce you now. Let's go. What's happening, people? We're back. We're live. The Premier League season has finished. We've got Jay, Neeks, and Carl with us today. How are we all doing? How are we doing?
I'm in very good spirits, man. What a good last few days. Good spirits, bro.
Why are you in good spirits? Lost your La Liga title to Suarez.
Don't worry about all of that, man. In good spirits, man. In good spirits. In good spirits. In good spirits. Anyone but Hamilton.
I don't know what you're talking about. The season's barely started. One season ends, another one's barely starting. There's nothing for you to be happy about. Nothing.
Plenty. We'll see. Unlike
us, we got a European final coming up.
And that's another reason why I'm in good spirits.
Big European final.
That's another reason why I'm in good spirits.
Why? Your team's not there.
My prediction. We're gonna review it.
Well, yeah, we got a lot. Your team's not there. Your team's not there, innit?
We've got a lot to dissect. We've got, obviously, those of you that have been joining us, we made some big predictions at the start of the year. There's a lot to dissect. And just before we start, I just got to let Neeks. I've got a bone to pick with you. But we'll get into that. We will get into that. All right, just letting you know, I've got a bone to pick with you. Guys in the chat, big up yourselves for being in the chat. Make sure you smash that like button, send in your comments, any questions you got for the panel as well. Let us know. We're live for this one as well, going through the Premier League season and what we thought of it. And I guess there's only one place to start. They've done it again. Manchester City, the Premier League champions 2020-2021. After losing it last year, they've come back stronger. Now we spoke about it when they actually won the league, but this is it. They've lifted the trophy now. And right there in the middle is the LMA Manager of the Year, the Sir Alex Ferguson Award, as it's now known. Pep Guardiola. Pep Guardiola wins it. I think that's his second one. I think he won it before.
Too many, if you ask me.
Oh, you weren't saying that when Sir Alex Ferguson was cleaning them up league after league.
Because Sir Alex was actually the best manager of that season, pound for pound.
What Pep isn't?
Pound for pound? No. David Moyes robbed. Clear daylight robbery in front of our eyes like you've never seen it. Robbed.
I said right in front of our eyes.
I mean, imagine a robbery's happening, your house being robbed, right? And you're just like, oh, let me just sit back and, they're richer than me anyway, so yeah, just let them have it anyway. I don't deserve it. What? Robbed. I think there needs to be a general inquiry, investigation into that, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, we didn't predict, I guess, our managers. The thing is, it's the option of like, do you go with the manager that won the league, or do you go with a team that done well? Like, I know I think Chris Wilder won it with Sheffield United when they did extremely well. You can argue Leeds United.
Did Chris Wilder win the LMA?
Yeah, Chris Wilder won the LMA.
So
Bielsa, what has Pep done to win it?
So Bielsa should have won it.
So yeah, I mean, I mean,
and you can't tell me that this season with Pep was better than Klopp last year, because it wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Man City. I'm sure Man City had a better season last season than this.
But it was weird because Chris Wilder.
How much points did Man City have last season?
Chris Wilder won it in 2019.
Oh
And
no, so
Klopp
he
won
won
it.
it.
Klopp won it in
so it
2020.
was Klopp last year.
Yeah, Klopp won it in 2020.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, and
Wilder won it
I
in
think Klopp
2019.
deserved it last year. The
Yeah.
Liverpool blew the league away, and I said at the time, the only way I would have given to Chris Wilder is if they qualify for Europe, but they slipped away at the back end after lockdown, and dropped out of Europe. So fair enough. I understand why. I understand why Wilder didn't win it. I personally wouldn't have given it to Bielsa. If they qualify for Europe, definitely you have to give it to him. But come on, man. West Ham, David Moyes, written off by everyone, including some of us here.
But we'll get into that. There's a lot to get into. But yeah,
Man City.
I mean, just on that point, Carl.
They got more points this year than they did last year.
Man City.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, last year they were barely about. Last year they just gave it up halfway through.
But then they
halfway
finished second.
Yeah.
But, I mean, there was no one.
So they couldn't be anywhere else. Not like they were third, fourth, fifth.
No, I don't understand. What are you saying? What's your point?
No, because I thought they had less points this season.
It wasn't like a 90. It wasn't like a 90 plus season last year. They weren't running Liverpool to the brink. Liverpool.
That's what I'm saying. I thought they had more points last season than they did this.
No, I knew they didn't. I think they got 82.
They had 86. No, 86.
Okay.
Last year they had
81.
81.
Yeah, they got 80. How much?
And they got 86 this year.
86 this year. Yeah, so 5-point difference.
Okay.
For me, David Moyes should have won it, but that all money's long.
The thing is with Pep though, like obviously you could probably say there were favourites coming in, maybe even joint favourites, because there were a lot of people were split, sort of half and half between Liverpool and City going into the season. So you could say he could have won it, like should have been favourites. But I think City obviously started the season a little bit sloppy, and again didn't really find the groove until about December. Then they went on the mad 20-game winning run or whatever in all comps, and that was it. Like that was literally it. That was a period where they won the league. Like it was the case of
that little.
They didn't go on that run. It would have been a title race with Man United. Like they would have been running them together. But City just decided to blow everyone out the water, and done it. So you got to give Pep credit there. Obviously, Pep season not done yet. We could still be seeing one of the greatest seasons in the English league. From a manager. We'll see what happens next week. And then so obviously season has finished. We'll quickly dissect what happened over the weekend because a lot changed over the weekend. As it was, we kind of questioned whether the last game of the season was going to be anything to play for. Was it going to be done and dusted? We needed champions. We knew who was going down. As I said before, one of the earliest, I think the earliest ever season we've had. But this year we saw a race for the top four. I guess you could say the top 6, maybe even the top 7. But I guess the top 4 was the big
Conference League.
I guess it was Liverpool and Chelsea by the skin of their teeth. Chelsea scraped the bottom barrel of the Champions League. Javan, you delighted with that one?
I'm glad that we're in Champions League next season. Not glad how we got there, but I'm glad that we're in it. Because that was a disgrace. Disgrace. The last game of the season was a disgrace from both Leicester and Chelsea. Aston Villa was hardly in the game. What ran of the mill set piece and somehow gets in there. Mendy injured, which now means Chelsea definitely are going to lose the Champions League final if Mendy don't start, because Neeks has been saying, name me a black goalkeeper. We finally named one. Now he's gone. injured.
Bottled it for the big game, innit? Could not stand couldn't stand the pressure, innit? What can I say? I called it. No,
And then Kante's not even there. Golly, like I don't understand that game. And the more I look back at that game, and I see our issues, and that is Timo Werner. He is the main issue that we have at that club because chances are being created. They're just not being finished. And the good chances are falling to him. So when they do fall to him, they don't get finished.
The problem. What I would say is we've known that. We've saying that all season, and yet still Tuchel decided to go with him as a striker. He's not starting Giroud. Tammy Abraham can barely make a squad, even though he's top goal scorer, and he still persists with Werner. So for me, and then we'll get into the Champions League final. But if you continue to play Werner and you play Werner, you start Werner in Champions League final, and you don't score a goal, you've only got to look at yourself because you knew this was the case a month ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago. But you want to persist. You want to persist with this guy.
I think the reason why we don't start with Giroud is because that's not how Tuchel wants to play. He probably wants as bad as Werner is in front of the goal. He contributes to the goals. His movement, his pace is what causes some of the chances and all of those things. So therefore, I have to give it. I would say that's probably why he's playing him because he's getting those chances created, but they're not being scored, and that's the big problem here. So because he's not scoring them, we tend to not look at the goal contributions and the setups and the assists and all of those things. We're not looking at that because at the end of the day, he needs to be scoring them. He has to be scoring them.
Would you rather create a lot of chances and barely score, or create less chances but be more efficient?
But the thing is, it shouldn't be like that. I shouldn't.
But it is, isn't it? You have to pick your poison. It's one of
but it's not like that because when we don't play him, it's the same crap anyway. Because everyone else is crap too. Tammy's crap. Like, I don't understand where this hype from him came. The guy's crap. Giroud just doesn't play the style, I guess, that Tuchel wants to play, and that I will say Giroud is our best striker. He is definitely our best striker there. But what can I do? The manager ain't going to play him. If we play him, it's a whole different ballgame. Like we don't have out and out wingers. They're crap. Ziyech crap. Colin Hudson-Odoi crap. Like people with pace that will be running down the crap. So like no matter what we do, we're screwed. And I think if we had a different type of striker in those positions, we'll be in a better position. But we'll see what happens. I don't know what more to say, man. Ron, we're crap. That's all I can tell you. We're crap. And I said that when we had Lampard, we're just crap. And here we are to shows here. We're still crap.
Don't worry, Javon. Don't worry, Javon. We'll get into your prediction. Don't worry about that. We'll get into your prediction. Crap. We'll get into your prediction. Don't worry about that. But Carl, we're here again at the end of the season, and Leicester City are fifth in the league. Granted, they've won an FA Cup, guaranteed that Europa League football before the final game of the season. But again, after sitting in third or fourth for the majority of the season, we've got Brendan Rodgers' Leicester in fifth place. Now, a lot of people said a couple weeks ago, it's time to remove that bottle job label off of Brendan. It's time to remove it. It's time to let it go. The title's done now. He's beaten Chelsea in the final. But this happening again, has the label really left? Is he still a bottle job? Has he bottled this?
Well, when you showed me the stat, I can't remember if it was you or Neeks, about how many days the teams have spent in the top four, and Leicester no one in the league, in the entire league, including Manchester City, has spent more days inside the top four than Leicester. Leicester have pretty much been there since the first couple of game weeks and dropped out in the last couple game weeks. So they've been there since like game week 3 all the way to like game week 36. So you'd have to say that they bottled it. you'd have to. As much as it's Leicester City and you don't expect them to be there, the expectation isn't get us top 4 or else you're sacked. Like that's not the expectation on Brendan's shoulders. And him winning the FA Cup is a huge achievement. So he's definitely bottled top 4.
Removed the bottled job title?
I think he has with the FA Cup win. Just with the FA Cup win, I think he has. If he lost the FA Cup and went on to drop out of top 4, 100%, that's massive bottle jump. But it's like they played Chelsea back to back, and it was only ever like a club like Leicester is very rarely going to beat a big side like Man City or Man United or Chelsea back to back in consecutive games in a season. Yes, but when it's 2 games back to back, having to field the same squad when they've got like literally like 14 reliable players that can go into their first team, like back to back, it's unlikely they're going to win both. So it was either win the FA Cup or win that game against Chelsea in the Premier League to secure top 4. As it was, they lost the Premier League match and they won the FA Cup. If the shoes were on the other foot and they lost the FA Cup and won the Premier League, then they'd be in the top 4. And personally, I'd still be saying, well, they've removed the bottle job label from Brendan Rodgers. I think he's kind of shaking it with the FA Cup.
I mean, I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. Brendan Rodgers, listen, granted, at the start of the season, if you offered them 5th place in the FA Cup, you know what?
They'll bite your hand for it, bro. They'll bite your hand for it.
Yeah, they wouldn't offer to play the season. I think they'd take 5th place in Europa League. I say, you know what, we'll take it and run with it. But considering even where they were a month or 2 ago, where we were sitting here saying Leicester are almost there. Like, are we looking at the 4th place up for grabs, but the 3rd place is done and dusted? That's what we're talking about here. And, you know, maybe, okay, they lost to Spurs on the weekend, fair enough. But the games against, how can you lose 4-0 to Newcastle? And you're in a race. Newcastle got nothing to play for at that moment. They were safe. And you're in a race for a top 4. And you lose 4-0. And what was the score against Man United when you played the kids? Did they win that?
They won 2-1.
They won 2-1. Sorry, did they lose to Newcastle or did they go down 4-0? Yeah, they went down 4-0.
Oh, they 4-2. They were 4-2 in the end. Yeah. I mean, you lost, didn't it? You didn't go out and goal difference. You ran out because you lost. You didn't have enough points. And then they lost to West Ham, didn't they? They lost to West Ham.
Yeah, I think they went 3-0 that game.
Those are the 2 games where you needed to wrap this up because you knew coming into the final home stretch, you're playing Man United, Spurs and Chelsea, isn't it?
To be fair, you can't even have too much of a go at them at the West Ham game. It's the Newcastle game because literally how much points that there are from 4th place. It's literally the Newcastle game.
No, West Ham even worse. They're your rivals. They were your rivals for top 4.
No, what? The Newcastle game was before West Ham, right?
Yeah, the game before.
Yeah. And we were saying if they beat Newcastle right here and now, they secure top 4. That's the situation that we was looking at. Like if they had beaten Newcastle right there and then, they secure top 4, regardless of them having to play West Ham, regardless of them having to play Spurs. If they had beaten Newcastle there, so like the West Ham game, I can't even say, but because West Ham have been on sensational form all season. So like losing to them.
But then Carl, we say that, yeah, but then they got a blie because Man United had their game called off against Liverpool and they had to play the kids. They got a blie in that game. So as much as you said they only need one win, they got their 1 win when they got a bye against Man United, and they still managed to bottle it all. But for me, man, it's a disgrace. It's an absolute disgrace to do it once. You know, fair enough, is a mistake. And I'm talking that once. I'm talking Brendan Rodgers in Liverpool. I've seen him bottle it. I've seen him bottle it before. That's what I'm saying. I've seen him bottle it before in Liverpool twice.
But I think they bottled it last year.
I say that's the first time. Twice is last year for Brendan. Twice, and he did it again. Maybe you wipe off the record of you wipe off the little trophy. You got your trophy, cool, wasn't it? But in the Premier League, you're a bottle job.
You see me? I think I'll say Leicester did bottle top 4. I agree. Leicester bottled top 4. And for me, you can forget everything else. Forget the fact they could have beat this team, could have beat that team, that team, because Chelsea could have beat Arsenal. Man United could have beat Liverpool. Last game of the season, you're 2-1 up at home to 7th place Spurs under Ryan Mason. The Champions League is in your hands. Your rivals in Aston Villa, Midland rivals in Aston Villa, are doing you a favor by beating Chelsea.
Yep.
2-1 up. And what do you do next? You score an own goal. You bottled it. You bottled it. However, I think he has shaken the bottle tag. It's possible to not, like, if Man City lose to an own goal in the Champions League final, or they're 1-0 up and they do like a Bayern Munich and Chelsea scored 2 goals in the last minute, like Man United is 99. Man City bottled it. Doesn't mean Pep's a bottle job or Man City's a bottle job, but it's possible to bottle a game or bottle a tournament and not be a bottle job in all. I think it's possible. If we win the Europa League, for example, but then we are 10 points clear in top 4 and losing the last day of the next season, or we clear the bottle job tag because we won the final, but you still bottle top 4. I think you can do. I think you can be both you can do both at the same time. I think by winning that FA Cup, he showed that in the big moment, I can come through in the big moment, and he came through. But it just means that every big moment, he's not perfect, isn't it? Every big moment he's not going to come through. And ultimately, it's still Leicester, isn't it? It's still Leicester. Like, do they have a player on their team as good as Gareth Bale? You have to say no. Do they have a player on their team as good as Harry Kane, Heung-min Son? You have to say no. So when all is said and done, it's still Leicester.
But their fans are telling me that they should be a big 6. Sky Sports robbed them. They should be a big 6. If you want to be a big 6 club, you have to take the criticism, because if it was Arsenal doing that, being in the top 4 all season, and you lost at the last game twice in a row, you'd be called bottle jobs.
I know. I do think they bottled it, but I think you can have an element of trust that in the fact that he won the cup final. That, you know what, they go to the Community Shield, I might be like, oh, they got a bit of a chance. They got a chance of winning that. If he didn't win the FA Cup or lost out in the league, I'll be like, yeah, he's gonna bottle that. He's gonna bottle that. I think for me, if it's not completely off, it's hanging by a thread. It's hanging by a thread. It's one of the two. I think it's harsh.
I want to define bottled. What is this definition?
Brendan
of
Rodgers.
No. What is the official meaning of bottle?
I guess when it's in your hands, when something's in your hands, and you fail to and you let it go, you fail to succeed. So
have you ever bottled anything during your lifetime?
Yes.
Oh, massively.
Okay.
Massively. I bottle things every day. But I just don't let the whole world see it, like Brendan Rodgers.
I just want to, because for me personally, I don't think Leicester bottled it. I just think they're just not at that level yet. Because if you're at that level, you definitely make it into the top 4, or you definitely make it to where it is that you need to be at.
So they're at the level to be in the top 4 all season. But they ain't at the level to
but I said it. But I said this earlier, and correct me again, Neeks. Correct me again. If you have 150 days, you are in, you're in the league, you're in the top 4, and you're not in it on the 51st. Correct me again, Neeks.
First, man.
Yeah. No, I just did that as an Easter egg to see if anyone in the comments remembered. But yeah, if you're not in there on the 151st day, then that means you're not good enough. Because it's a consistent. The league isn't won in one day. Why is it that you're leaving it to the last day to be in the top 4? You weren't good in it. Like, just because you're in it for all the time, it doesn't mean anything. If they had picked up their points, let's say at this game that was 5 weeks ago or 4 months ago, you can look at it then. You can't just put it down to that one game. So you have to look at it over the 38 games.
Yeah.
But they're just not good enough to be there.
But the bottle part is the reason for. So we know they're not good enough because they didn't do it. What is the reason? Is it because
they're not
they
good
lack
enough?
quality? No, but we know we're not good enough. But what is it that they're not good enough about? Is it because they lack quality in terms of technical ability, footballer, or is it because they lack mentality? If it's quality, then cool.
I wouldn't say it's mentality because they won the FA Cup.
I would say it's mentality.
It's mentality, man.
Because
they won the FA Cup.
That's a different competition.
They're better
than
competition.
But they had the mental to be, and they had to play Chelsea.
Yeah, but it's a different competition. You can't treat them the same. If it was a
therefore you can't treat it as one game.
No.
Because that's what you're saying that they bottled top 4 based on one game when it's not one game. It's over 38 games.
But there's also the Newcastle. There's
games.
also the West Ham. There's games in between that you're saying.
And there's games from even the beginning of the season because it's over 38 games. So you have to look at it on as a whole. Yeah, but you can't say
but the mentality part comes in the crunch moment, the moment where people then expect. So it's like when at the beginning of the season,
if they had the quality, they would have been in the top 4, regardless of what happened on the last day.
No, I disagree.
I have to agree. Look at Man City. If Man City didn't win their games, would they be the champions? No, they wouldn't, because they had the quality.
I'll give you an example. Manchester United. Manchester United were top of the league. We beat this team, that team.
Quality weren't there.
No, we got top of the league. Then we lose at home to Sheffield United. The moment we go top of the league and we are now not the favourites, but we are leading. People are chasing us. We lose to Sheffield United at home. Okay, quality-wise, are Sheffield United better than Man United?
Nope.
So what caused Man United to put in such an awful performance in that game? I can't
put that down to mentality. That's not mentality.
It is. I can.
It can't be.
Why can't it not
be? So what? You had the mental to get to the top, and then all of a sudden the mental was out the window.
There was no pressure.
All of a sudden everyone doesn't know what to do.
There was no pressure.
Come on. No one knows what to do. All of a sudden. No, come on.
I can tell you what the reason is. Bottle jobs.
Exactly. That's it.
That's not bottling, man.
No, but Javert, see it like this. Just to finish this. So on the weekend, right, the same game we're talking about. In the 75th minute of the game, they had the top 4 in their hands. In the 75th minute, they were 2-1 up against Spurs.
Quality. On goal.
15 minutes away from the keeper not punching it properly and winning the game. But the keeper comes out nervous. No, he could have called that, He could have called that.
Everything you're saying is just proving my point. The quality is not there.
Own goals. It's not the quality.
Silly penalties. Like, come on, that's quality.
But it's not the quality because it's the same quality got them in the top 4 all season. That quality don't just die in one game.
No,
the quality's been there the whole season.
They've been playing at their level all season. That's what it was. And then the other teams that are higher quality overtook them.
Wait, you think they ain't at that quality? Playing at this level all season, and the other teams just got better, and they haven't changed.
That's it. The quality is just not there.
No.
Listen. And by the way, you lot are so damn lucky that they did win that, because if they won that, I'll be putting it right on Tuchel's name saying you bottle jumps as well.
Please put everything you want in the team. The Chelsea team. I don't know how we got that. When you know what? Like I said, innit, I accept innit. You guys can come and say whatever it is about Chelsea because it's correct. The team is bad. And that's fine. But for me personally, you guys could say whatever you want in the comments. I don't care. But for me personally, I think that the Leicester squad just ain't good enough. That's all it is. They just ain't good enough. They even spoke. They mentally, technically, all of it. That man said it in that video that you sent. What do they have to do to go out there to make sure they solidify the place? They need better. What were they saying? They weren't saying, "Oh, you need to go to some workshops to work on your mentality." They need to get players.
They probably do.
They probably do. They actually probably do.
All these clubs have what's it called? Psychologists.
Yeah.
England used to have to take psychologists to World Cups and all that to get through penalty shoot. This is why I had the same discussion with Eric and a guy called Sonny, and it was just going back and forth forever. England lose penalty shootouts left, right, and center. But those same players will take penalties left, right, and center for their club and score it easy 9 times out of 10. But they get to the penalty shootout, and it all goes out the window. high, wide, straight down the middle. Like it's all over the place. The best technical. Then you end up seeing. Who was I was watching? Oh, there was a manager. Who was it? Someone was a penalty shootout. I can't remember the manager was. Who was?
I got something to say after.
But I was talking about penalty shootout, and he goes, "If you look at my penalty shootout, it was all defenders. It's not about technical ability at that point. It's all up there." I'm trying to remember who the manager who was that said it, but he said because my strikers and my midfielders got better ball striking ability than my defenders. But if the mentality of the defenders, like a Ramos, for example, this big moment, it's not going to phase me. I'm confident. I'm going to do it. Then that will you put the penalty away. It's all up there. It's like I think at this level of football, I would say about 70% of football's up there because they're all good. Of course, some are better than others, but they're all top level footballers. It's about up there in those moments.
I hear
one-on-one with the keeper. What can you compose yourself and place it? You need to score the winning goal. When it's 5-0, you can easily slot it and make it 6.
I hear that. Yeah, and you know what? I'm not saying mental is not part of it, but I'm saying I don't think mental is the reason why they didn't get into top 4 because, like I said, it's over 38 games. And this comment also goes to it. He says they're not good enough, but all the top teams bottle it throughout the season, giving Leicester a chance. Now, let's say Liverpool and Chelsea play much better throughout the season, and they remain the top 4. Would we be saying that Leicester bottled it right now? Because they wouldn't be in the top 4. That's what I'm trying to say here.
Yeah, I agree with that, but that's because
so you can't say that they're bottled because
but at no point during that season in your scenario were Leicester favourites to get it. They were because they were never in a position to get it. Liverpool and Chelsea.
No, but that's what I'm trying to say. You can't count out the quality. That's the quality. The quality of Chelsea and Liverpool is the reason why Leicester are not in the top 4 because they have better quality and they were able to pull out the results in other games here or there to get there.
On the last day of the
season. Yes, but I'm talking. But this is the point, Neeks. I'm saying it's not about one game. It's about the reason why we got into that top 4, even though we lost to Aston Villa, is because of the other games throughout the season, not because of that last one game there.
So
because we lost it.
So the Newcastle beat Leicester because of quality, i.e., they are better than Leicester.
The ball is round, isn't it?
Okay.
Listen, I am not. The thing is, I am not putting aside what you guys are saying, but I'm just saying the reason why I believe they didn't make it to top 4. If you want to put mentality as part of it, fine. But for me personally, I think overall, the quality of Leicester just weren't good enough because, for example, if Chelsea and Liverpool didn't have those, let's say they had a decent run in and a decent start, Leicester wouldn't be in the top 4, and no one will be here saying they're bottlers. And also, what was I going to say? That's for me one of the main reasons why. So you can't say they're bottlers; they're just not at their level. If Leicester was banging like properly, start for season and went on to stay in top 4, then we can say yes, they're here, they deserve to be here. But the reason why they're not here is not mainly because of that Tottenham game. It's to do with all the games. You have to look back from game week 1 all the way to 36.
Do you think bottle exists? Because the way you're saying it doesn't exist. The result is the result, and it would always be the result because of quality, and nothing else affects it. I
say teams mess up, but I for me personally, this whole bottle thing, I feel like it's like a rival thing.
But they mess up based on
things worse. They mess up like sometimes you just have an off day. You go into work and sometimes you just have an off day. You don't perform. Like we're human.
But but if it happens time and time,
we're human. It happens. We're not robots.
But if it always happens in that moment, so 2014.
But it's not that moment.
No, it is.
The whole period.
No, it's 2014. Liverpool, cool, running away with the title, playing great football, and in the moment they go ahead of Man City, they drop off. Leicester, playing good football. In the moment they're favourites for top 4, 2 seasons in a row, they drop off.
That's just a coincidence. The quality's just not there.
Come on.
Listen. I'm not discrediting. I'm not discounting what you guys are saying, but I'm just saying you have to look at it like this. Also, quality plays a big part in these.
It does. No, it does. It does. But the only thing I'm gonna say is going to end this now.
If Leicester has that quality, they'd be able to push on and go forward and get through that game or the games that they.
For me personally, this is my personal opinion. if Sir Alex Ferguson's in that position, he's not losing top 4. He's not, because Sir Alex Ferguson's mentality in that dressing room is, you lot ain't bottling this. You're not gonna do it. And we worked too hard to get in this position to let this go. That's why Sir Alex Ferguson is one of the greatest managers, because he got it into the heads of the Man United players to win those trophies, to get over the line. I don't think Brendan Rodgers had that. I don't think he had that. Well,
so
he didn't have that.
You think he went in there and said, "Guys, let's not let this slip."
No.
And there's, come on.
He's but sometimes
you didn't think he didn't say that. You didn't think he didn't say that. You didn't think he didn't
sometimes it's not enough
to go on. You didn't think that. You think he went in there and said, "Guys, you know what? We're not favourites here. Let's just go out there, enjoy our game. Don't worry if you don't win."
Clearly not.
You're saying that's what he said.
No, listen, we don't know what he said, but what I would say is those players weren't scared enough to lose that game, to not win that game. They weren't worried. Because they want the FA Cup. Maybe
here you go.
No, it's not about the level. It's not about the level. It's not about the level, because there'll be certain. Nah, it's not about that. There'll be certain players that would not have lost that game. Mentality-wise, Rio Ferdinand would not have lost that game. Mentality-wise, he's not letting them opposition score in that last moment. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Okay. I don't think.
Right. You know what? Let's add that. The reason why they're not in the top 4 is because of mentality. And mentality is a quality. So therefore, the quality is
the mentality is why they bowled it.
That's a bowl.
It's just no quality. They didn't have the quality. They didn't have the mental quality. Like in FM, M mental.
Mental
the quality is not there.
Let me show you mental quality abbreviated is bottle. It literally is.
That's literally it. That's what we're sort of calling it. Anyway, we dissect. We got a lot to get through today. That is what it is. Listen, at the start of the season, we made our predictions, innit? I'm gonna go straight into that now. We made our predictions for the season, and I guess it's time to separate the men from the boys, I guess, isn't it? We're gonna get into this now. Big up everyone.
Let's see who bottled there.
Yeah, let's see. Let's see who, when the time came, didn't really make it. I mean, listen.
Because every year we predict, and every year we're wrong, so we're bottling it every year.
You're right. I bottled a few of my decisions, and we'll get there.
We will get there.
Panic.
We'll get there. Listen. First of all, I guess obviously we'll start with the champions, and before we go into this, I'm sorry, but next season I don't want to do this changing thing. I don't want to do it, man, because I just feel like those 3 games at the start of the season just changed everything for certain.
No, I agree, it did. But however, the transfer window again is going to close after the start of the season.
Nah, it's got to be done 16th of August. We lock in those results.
Well, before the transfer close.
Yes, lock it in. Those 3 games are too much. Gives man too much information.
A lot can happen in those.
It could, but that's where you predict, innit? That's where you predict. Like you have to predict what happens in January. West Ham side Lingard, and they finish in 6th, innit? Right. Anyway, so the champions, obviously, Neeks and myself and Kyle.
Was anyone even close?
Well, me, Neeks and Kyle predicted Man City to win the league. Javern, you went for Chelsea, which in turn was worse than Nat and Bianca's prediction, because Liverpool finished above Chelsea.
Well, I did say we will win the league. League ain't done yet, bro. We have 1 more game against Manchester City, the Champions League. So
that one's a bit further down.
You got the Champions League, so
that one's a bit.
We got a line for that.
Yeah, separate.
Yeah,
separate.
no, I'm playing. Yeah,
separated that.
I take it. I just said it because you're always pressing me for some answer, man.
You said it because you spent 200 big bucks.
And obviously Nat and Bianca ain't here to show their face, but they were wrong in their prediction of Liverpool to win the league. Let that be known. Apart from that, obviously Kyle top 4. No, you were wrong. Javern top 4, you were wrong. Neeks top 4, you were wrong. Nat was wrong in that top 4. Also, I guess me and Bianca predicted the correct top 4 in the end. Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea, Man United in different orders, of course.
Yeah,
Man United,
you got yours wrong.
Oh, Man United in 4th.
You got yours
Yeah.
wrong.
Of course, you had Man United.
Top 4 in it. I'm saying top 4. Top 4.
No.
You lot are sneaking Spurs in there. You lot are sneaking Spurs in there.
No. We're not glossing over this.
I got 2 and 3, right?
You thought Liverpool would be in a tighter race with Manchester City.
Nah, man. I thought it was going to be clear. I thought Liverpool would just scrape second. I'm surprised they didn't finish second in the end. They scraped second. But Neeks, I want to come to you first because you predicted Manchester United to finish in 5th place, and yet they finished 3 places above. You didn't trust in Ed. Was it Ed? Was it Ollie? Like who was it that you didn't trust to get your team into 2nd place? That you thought they will finish in a Europa League place?
Isn't so? As you mentioned, we did two predictions in it. The first one before the transfer window had finished, I had Man United in 4th, I believe.
Yeah,
I probably did too. But the bloody Bale coming.
I was assuming, obviously, Jadon Sancho was coming.
Fucking Bale.
And in that time,
coming, man, he's coming. Don't worry.
In that time between Man United starting the season, or we started late, a week late as well, and Sancho not coming, we lost 2 Premier League games, including getting slapped by Spurs 6-1, and we didn't get Jadon Sancho. We got Telles, Van der Beek, Amad Diallo, and what I thought was a panic buy in Edison Cavani. So I had literally 0 expectation of this team, and I'm not gonna lie. 5th at the time was what's the word? It was generous. 5th was I was so disenfranchised by Manchester United that I didn't know where we were going. I didn't know if we were coming or going. I had no belief. I had no belief in Man United getting top 4 at that point. And Ollie proved me wrong. Ollie said, you know what, with all the turmoil, the bad owners and the bad board and the bad transfer window, I'm going to drag these men through it. And with the help of Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford, he dragged us through it. And I was wrong. I lost my bottle because we didn't get Jadon Sancho.
Trust in Ollie, man. Just trust in Ollie. It's all you need to do. Have a bit of faith. Have a bit of faith in Ollie. Carl, you thought Spurs were going to finish in 3rd place. What went wrong there?
You know what?
Gareth Bale was what went wrong there. I'll tell you that. You put your faith in the wrong man.
You said slide of the season. You said
we'll get there. We're not there. We're not there. We will get there. Listen, it was a number of things. I would like to point out, I believe I was the only person that stuck to my guns when we came back to revisit after the window closed. And every man was making up excuses. I would just said, you know what? You don't want it to say lock in your results and your predictions. I'm a lock mine in. Don't change nothing.
So what you're trying to say is you were wrong at the start and you were wrong when you get a chance to change.
No. I know. I'm not saying that I wasn't wrong. I would like to point out that I knew I was wrong coming into the window closing. On one of the, for example, the golden boot you can see down there, I picked Timo Werner, and I could see it wasn't happening. And with the start Spurs had, no, because Neeks ran the same excuse. Oh, well, the reason why I'm going to change my golden boot is because now Spurs have got Gareth Bale, and
wait. I don't remember changing my golden boot.
You definitely
you did.
Anthony Martial. Anthony Martial was your pick.
You started with Martial. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
Wow.
You know what? Honestly,
I like it.
I forgot. I didn't remember that. I didn't remember.
You did. I'll tell you that for a fact.
I was
Martial.
When you're provided with new information and you're making decisions, why am I being criticized for it?
Whatever happened to Martial?
Because even Ramon was like there. Carl, you sure you don't want to change? I was like, no. I said that, I know I'm wrong, but I'm gonna stick to my decision because we're doing the locking in, and I'm everything that I said, lock it in. I know I'm wrong. Cool. I will take the loss, innit? I'm wrong. Werner ain't getting golden boot, but I ain't gonna sit here and say, oh, I even said Bell signing of the season. Now that Bell's here and he's gonna swing them into Kate, I'm gonna pick Kate. Like, no, I wasn't doing that. I said Werner. I'm gonna stick to Werner. I'm gonna be a big man about it. I knew I was wrong. Werner ain't gonna get golden boot. It is what it is. Now with the Spurs being third, I picked that because of two factors. One, they signed Gareth Bale, and two, they had Jose Mourinho as manager, and it was a fresh start.
And it
for
was
him.
looking mad.
No, but that was my pick before we got to the start of the season. We hadn't seen any games when I said that. It wasn't after the 3 games were picked. Remember, I had put Spurs there from the beginning. So it was Jose Mourinho was the manager, meant to be a clean slate for him. And I thought, you know what? Mourinho can generally get like a year or 2 before everything turns sour. I mean, I don't think he's at that stage anymore. I don't think he can even get a year or 2 now. So that was my reasoning for putting them third.
Disgrace.
That was my reason. It was a disgrace. And I'll tell you what.
You thought you were right. About halfway in the season, you thought, yes, I got this one good.
No, actually I didn't, because Man City were not top and I had picked them to win. Liverpool were top and I had put them second. So it didn't start all roses. And what I will say is, though, you lot all said it will be close between Man City and Liverpool. If you can remember, I said Man City will win 10 to 15 points. And how much did they win by? 12 points.
Not 15.
Not 15.
I said 10 to 15.
That's a big gap.
12 is
a big gap.
No, but what I was making out was they're going to run away with the league. And that's what happened. So I was just like, Man City run away with it by 12 clear whole points.
Yeah, the Spurs howler, that nullifies that.
But Spurs and Arsenal will not ever fool me again.
Wait. So go back there.
That's what you said last year. That's what you said last year.
It's not happening. It's not happening.
I thought you had Arsenal 4.
No, none of us made that mistake. I tell you that. None of us made that mistake. But listen, let's get this one out of the way, innit? Because I would say you lot are all wrong for picking Arsenal, including myself, in the Europa League position. What were you thinking? After I tell us 8th place finished last year, you lot fooled yourself in thinking that Arsenal are going to improve. They didn't.
Jammy into the season, man. It's skewed everyone's thought, man. Jesus, and they signed.
Nearly scraped 6th place. We couldn't even get 7th in the end.
Won the FA Cup, beat Man City.
Oh, last season. Yeah. Last season. Yeah. This is the thing. Don't buy the hype, man. We've now won 5 games in a row. Yeah. Do not buy the hype. Next year, predict us 9th. Next year, predict us 3rd. Don't buy the hype. Arsenal bottled it. Arsenal have bottled it. I'll tell you, they bottled it because they've been crap all season. What they didn't bottle is relegation. That's what they didn't bottle. Everything above that was a bonus. Yeah, so that's pretty much the top 6. I mean, Javerna went with Man United 5th with Neeks. Damn, man.
I had Man United as 4th, and then I had that bloody 3 games with Mourinho with Spurs doing the madness. Maybe put them in there. Absolutely.
Sold you a dream. Sold you a dream.
Sold me a dream, man.
Neeks, my bone is being picked with you right now.
Why?
All season, my man saying respect David Moyes.
Oh shit! And what am I seeing here?
Respect on his name. 3 games into the season, you had an opportunity. You had an opportunity to put some respect on David Moyes' name. And instead of going for 6th, you had them in 8th place.
Instead of going for 6th.
So wait, they finished 6th, right? So that was what?
I was
12 places. You're 12 places out. West Ham United, embarrassing. That is embarrassing.
Can I respond?
Can I respond?
Can I respond?
No, you don't deserve to.
Can I respond?
You don't
All
deserve
season
to.
telling me I should respect Moyes,
Can I
and you didn't
respond?
even respect him in your predictions.
Can I respond?
Go for it. You know what, Neeks? Take the floor. Take the floor.
West Ham's first 3 games of the season. West Ham's first 3 games of the season. 2-0 loss at home to Newcastle.
Just thank you.
2-1 loss away to Arsenal. 2-0 win. They beat Wolves 4-0. Fair play. 4-1 loss to Everton in the Capital One Cup or League Cup, whatever it's called. Now listen, I respect David Moyes. However,
You did not
no.
at first.
I believed that the owners, David Gold and David Sullivan, had pulled the rug from under his carpet so much that even a manager of his great history couldn't get them out the mire. However, when I said respect David Moyes, it's because 19 games, 20 games into the season, he has proved that he could even deal with the crap that he was dealt and get them into European positions. If that doesn't deserve respect, then what the hell does?
You were telling us to respect him before that.
Say that again.
You was telling us to respect him before that.
Well, before when?
You were saying to respect him all the time. Respect,
No, I wasn't.
respect,
No, I
respect.
wasn't. No, I wasn't. Ramsey was saying respect him all the time. Ramsey was
You know
saying
what?
all the
I'm
time.
gonna search the group chat right now.
You can
I'm
do
gonna
it.
type respect.
You can do it.
I'm gonna
I
You're a
don't know
liar.
where this is
You're
going.
damn liar.
Rachel,
You
I'll
damn
have a word
liar.
with you later. Know what your lawyer
Damn liar.
Thank you very much.
Damn liar.
Listen, David Moyes,
18th, you know.
they were in the mire.
Didn't believe in Declan Rice and Sojek and
Wait,
It's not them who done it. It's not them who done it. They're dead. David Moyes came true.
Well, put it
What
back
can
up.
I say?
Javon went one worse and had the rock bottom.
No, I didn't put them rock bottom. What I said was, it doesn't even matter what order they're in, they're getting relegated. So just write them down. However, that's how it got written down. I never actually gave them an order. I remember that.
Well, the fact that you got Aston Villa in there is bad enough as well as
I
West
know.
Ham.
I know because I was
But to
doing
be
it
fair, we
based on
said
what I
that.
know
We
from
said
last
that. We
season.
said that. We said that at the start. We said that at the
Yeah,
start.
because they had slapped Liverpool 7-2.
Yeah. You said that at the start. You said to leave it. Fair enough. You could have gone for Fulham, but you said to leave it. Fair enough. Fair enough.
The thing is, I wanted to take West Ham out, but remember, I needed
a reason. Yeah.
And there was no
The
reason.
reason was to be respect David Moyes. Like,
No, but that's not good enough reason. Ramsey wasn't having it. He said, I need to build a dossier. And I said, well, listen, they lost 2 out of the first 3 games of the season.
Should have said in January they were signing Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, come on. How was that?
Exactly. That's what I said. How was that?
On the cards. It was on the cards, man. It was on the cards.
Sorry, have you found any respect any earlier than January?
Searching now.
No, you haven't. Keep going, Ramsey.
In the meantime, Carl, you did not respect Sean Dyche. 20th. 20th in the Premier League. 20th in the Premier League. You did not respect Sean Dyche's man. I didn't either, I guess. Maybe that was more. Maybe that was a bit more hope. Maybe that was a bit more hope.
I hate Burnley. They're awful, man. They're absolutely dreadful.
Golly, we say respect a lot in this group chat.
Like, you know what? Do you know what it is? Yeah, do you know what it is? This season was difficult because I feel like Sheffield United was so good last year.
I know
that no one even thought they'd be this bad going into the season. So I remember when we did this, all of us had apart from Javern, Fulham and West Brom, and we couldn't think of the other third team. And I knew Burnley wouldn't do it because of who they are, but I thought I wanted to go so bad, and I didn't want to go Brighton because I went Brighton last time and they made it. So yeah, I went Burnley and I
think the only other option for me other than Burnley was Newcastle. That was the only other option.
I wasn't even thinking Newcastle, I don't think, at the time. No, I wasn't, man.
Every day, respect.
No one No one had Sheffield United at all. No one had them at all. So I guess we're all wrong there. Next year, I guess Leeds be gone. Leeds be gone. Second season syndrome and all that. All right.
What day am I? Sorry, what day am I looking for? Neeks, you said you didn't start saying, because I'm seeing bare respects here, man. I'm just going.
I've seen respect Pep, respect this man, respect that man.
Respect that.
Keep scrolling. Respect. Just keep scrolling. Keep scrolling. Keep scrolling.
So I'm talking about David Silva respect. What is going on?
The one I see, I said, Liverpool slapped you this season. Are we? No, so you said on the 31st of October, you said, can we get back to reality and unrespect Moyes? Now, there's no actual message before that, so maybe it was put on a podcast. I don't know.
Wait, hold on. Wait, what day is that?
31st of October. And
can we unrespect Moyes?
I think so. I think this maybe Liverpool must have slapped up West Ham. That must have happened, maybe. And I said, so are we unrespecting Lampard because Liverpool slapped you as well? Something along those lines. I can see
it here. Can we And
then you said, you said if you want to.
October,
yeah, he said if you want to, and then that was. Then the next thing after that was, I think Kyle or Rowan saying, "Respect my." that was in February.
Listen, man, you have to now. You have to. He's brought West Ham into Europe. You've got to put respect on his name. You lot, Neeks and Joanne should be ashamed of yourself. Relegated.
Who the heck is Rapid? Respect Rapid. Every minute, respect from this chat, man.
Too much disrespect, that's why.
Now, see, Javern, if you had put real respect on your boys Chelsea, you might be in a case of a Champions League final here. But instead, you went to go respect Kylian Mbappe and you put PSG down there.
Listen, all right, all jokes aside now, me putting Chelsea as champions, I knew that wasn't going to happen, but I just went with it and ran with it for the fun of it. But in the Champions League, I said PSG because I believe that they would have gone on to do it. I didn't know they were going to get Poch. Poch wasn't there at the time, was he? I didn't know they were going to go.
Tuchel.
I didn't know.
So you trusted in Tuchel? Is that what you're trying to say? You trusted in Tuchel?
I trusted in that they got to a final. I trusted that they got to a final before, and they could. And if they get to it again, they would go on and win it. But I that's why I put them in there. I had Lampard in my head at Chelsea. I didn't think that we were gonna I didn't know we were gonna sack Lampard and get Tuchel. I didn't know any of those things, so I couldn't put Chelsea for the UEFA Champions League because I didn't even expect us to be there. I didn't even expect us to be Atletico. I thought that was it for us when we got drawn. I was like, well, the ride's over. And next minute we beat them. We beat who did we get after that? Porto, and then we go and beat Real Madrid, and here we are against Man City. Like, I just didn't expect it. I really didn't.
You could have easy get out there and just say, yeah, I believe Tuchel will get to the final.
Yeah, you could have just taken the Tuchel and 100 of it.
Wait. Hold on.
But I'm just being honest here, innit? I just genuinely didn't think that we would
get you far, bro. Lie.
It's fine, but I just didn't expect Chelsea to be in a final. This just the last thing on my mind.
Wait.
Hold on. It's the last thing on my mind. Go on.
The real question is, season after season, all I hear from Ramon is formidables this, treble this, quadruple this, pep that. And the man didn't back Man City. I see Bayern Munich. Bayern Munich already won it. Unless you're Real Madrid, you don't retain the title. And the guy has the cheek to not pick Man City, and he's all talking about quadruple this, formidables this, and pep that. What's going on, bro?
He bottled it.
Oh my gosh! I said Spurs to win the Europa League when they got knocked out by a convict.
Listen, Carl, I'm embarrassed. I am embarrassed. It was Neeks is the reason. Neeks told me, nah, Man City. He said, nah, Man City went there, rule them out. It can't be them again. Pep won't be able to get them to the final. So I said, yeah, you're right. Man City don't do it. They've never been there before. Why are they going to be there again? So I just didn't back them, man. And you said Liverpool. I said, nah, I'm not going to go Liverpool. That's easy. I don't think they'll do that. So I just thought the only one I can see. Remember, this is off the back of the Champions League last year. Hansi Flick bringing them to glory. I just thought they'll do it again, man. But listen, I should have. This is it. I bottled it. I should have trusted in Pep. I should have trusted in Pep. Why, of all years, the year that gets Champions League final, I cannot believe it. I cannot believe it.
You used up all your bets now because next year they ain't getting to the final.
Now what? What do I do now? What do I do now? Well, Carl's got both Manchester clubs. And Man United were in the Champions League. The Champions League, you know. And he's got them in the Europa League, was winners. And oh my God, I think if Man City and Man United win that, you take this. You take the trophy or whatever it is. Because that's mad.
The Man City thing's one thing. But to predict Man United to go into the Europa League.
That's what he said. Javerne was like, how can we predict this? I would never know. Wait, please drop in. How are you gonna know? He said, you gotta go.
But this is true. This is just wild luck. That's dumb luck there. That's dumb luck there.
He predicted that Man United will bottle it in the Champions League and then bring up all the energy.
It's calculated. I saw PSG and Leipzig and I said, Man United ain't got that. Man United ain't got that. I saw Demba Ba and I saw Maguire quaking in his boots.
You see, Nat tried to be smart. He went for Sevilla, tried to be smart, but he didn't realize that they won the Europa League, so therefore they were the group top seeds. So there's very rare chance they were going to get knocked out. And this was even before before the draw was done?
It had
to. No, the draw was already made. The draw was already made.
Okay, yeah. You saw PSG, but even then,
I remember saying Nat was mad, crazy to pick Sevilla because the only difficult team in that group was Chelsea. Chelsea, everything else was fodder.
I don't think Nat realized that they were in the Champions League.
No, he did.
Yeah, so Carl, you take that. Although your Werner shout was awful.
It was.
Probably one of the worst shouts.
It was just as bad as Anthony Martial.
Excuse me, 1 second. Europa League. You got Arsenal winning. Where do you get off on this?
Me? Listen, I'm closer than you. You had Spurs winning, innit? I'm closer than you. At least they made the semi-final with it. Spurs, Jose Mourinho got knocked out to a man in prison.
That's Michael Scofield tax. You can't beat Michael Scofield.
Is he still in prison right now?
Probably. I don't know. I didn't bank on a man. If I knew a man was going to be in prison, then I would have said Michael Scofield wins all the time, innit? I can't bank. That's Michael Scofield tax.
As I said to Javon, you got to predict these things, innit? You got to predict these things.
Why am I going to predict someone going to prison?
I just knew if Spurs came across Slavia Prague or whoever it was, they were going to ball it. But yeah, I didn't foresee Emery. That was my thing. I didn't foresee Emery. And he took us out.
Of course you didn't. You're not psychic. You're a soothsayer.
I should have though. I'm disappointed. I should have backed Villarreal from day one. But Villarreal in the Europa League from the start, innit? Yeah, I should have backed them from day one, man. Yeah. I'm never backing out. I always back Arsenal for some.
Oh, there's Nathaniel. He's in the comments. Right. Nat's in the comments.
Is he there? Yeah, yeah. You were awful. I'm not gonna lie, bro. You take the wooden spoon for being absolutely terrible.
What was the one? Sorry.
Yeah. So Golden Boot. We are. Oh, here we go. Harry Kane won the Golden Boot.
There's a massive asterisk over Neeks' prediction.
Massive.
Massive over everything. Everything was changed.
No, I stuck to everything I said.
Yeah, that's your problem. That's your problem.
Anthony Martial,
there's no asterisk over me.
Anthony Martial.
So that's Anthony Martial.
Anthony
Martial.
Harold Kane, MBE, Golden Boot winner. If there was a Playmaker award here, I would have given it to Harry Kane as well. I saw it coming. Most assists, most goals.
Yeah, after watching half the season.
You know what's so funny about all of this?
Hold on a second. I need to revisit this comment for a second. I remember Ramsey saying Arsenal would challenge for the title and retain the FA Cup at the start of the season. You weren't watching this podcast, but I tell you that for a fact. Absolutely no way I was saying Arsenal would challenge for any title. Maybe Europa title, but absolutely no way on this. And there's the proof. I predicted them fifth. I predicted them fifth in the league, and they couldn't even do that. They couldn't even do a terrible prediction from me. There you go. And Aubameyang,
yeah, Aubameyang. Please, about what happened? Did he even get double figures?
Oh, barely. I think he got 10. I think he got 10, barely. I mean, and that was like one hat trick saving him against Leeds. I mean, yeah, he's been awful. He's been absolutely dreadful. Left wing, right wing, striker, wherever. He's been awful all season.
I just want to say something real quick. You see, the reason why we got to add the change to our stuff was that because I was saying we should have some we should allow a change, or was it always set that way? Because I remember,
you auctioned for it, but it was mainly because the transfer window hadn't closed yet.
Okay,
so we got
because I know every man was against the change, and then when the change came, look at Neeks, change to Kane, and now he's saying, "Yeah, I said Kane. He's not gonna take it.
I was against the change. I was against the change, but I'd used what I can to my advantage, innit?
I'm just saying, like you were very against the change, innit? So I don't think you should accept that Kane so happily.
Sorry, the paper don't lie. You ever play blackjack and you're like, you play different rules. Like in one game, people are like, oh no, you can't finish on a power card, and other ones you can. It's not the rules I set, but you play the cards that's been dealt. And when you win, and when you
man didn't like the man was so against the rule, and now he's won by the rule that he's so against, and he's accepted it. How shameless! But it's fine. I'm not taking it away from you.
You're trying to.
I'm not taking it away. Oh, believe me, I'm not taking it away from you. It just goes to show we need to have this change, innit? You never had that change. You would have had Anthony Martial, and boy, would have been worse than every single one here.
Now I would be able to laugh at his face. So next year I'm keeping it. And then let him say Martial. Let him say Martial next year. Let me keep it.
I'm saying Manchester United's Harry Kane next year. Put that in your book now. Jot that down.
Winning the league, yeah. Winning the league like Pogba. Winning the league like Pogba.
Bare Europa leagues. Bare League Cup. League everywhere. League. Yeah, ready for that. Yeah, ready. Yeah.
Right. There's a lot. We'll get into that. We'll get into that next season, man. We'll get into that next season. But yeah, the L for one out there for sure. That's he's worse than Aubameyang. That shout, Werner. But yeah, man.
Listen, like Wesley in the comments.
I know. I see Wesley saying. Why am I man saying Werner? Listen, Werner started the season. Man, we're backing him. Man, thinking he's gonna bang 20, 25 Premier League goals. I don't know where they got this information. Slapping up goals in the Bundesliga. You know, man thought he was gonna bang. Thought he was gonna bang.
I don't know if you're trying to hide some shame, but I'm sure there's like one more row to that spreadsheet.
Yeah, I don't think we added Neeks. I don't think Neeks added it into the thing. Or were you talking about signing of the season?
Yeah.
No. Yeah, we didn't have we didn't put a thing.
We spoke about it, but we didn't pull it in. We didn't pull it in. But I mean, we could.
Nice, good.
Who did Neeks? Who did you go for? Do you remember? I went with Kai Havertz. I'm gonna lie.
I probably did too. I can't remember.
It was a throwaway right at the end. I think we didn't. Yeah, it was a throwaway.
Maybe Thiago. Maybe I don't know. For Liverpool.
Yeah. You might have gone with Thiago actually. Yeah. Howler as well, to be honest. Absolute howler.
Who did you say the signing of the season was?
Who did we say it was?
I mean, who would we think it is now?
It's got to be Diaz, surely.
No, wait. We come to that at the end, right? When we're doing the team of the year, right?
Yeah, we're going to do that. We're going to get onto that now.
In the comment in the thing from Wesley saying who won the head-to-head on FPL. I literally just checked it.
Have you got it?
Yeah. So it was Matthew Isaiah. What's his team name? Smooth Clopperators. So
did he knock out Wesley in the semis? There was a semi-final before.
No. Tapiwa Musa knocked out in the semis. Matthew knocked out
all the way to the end, man.
Matthew knocked out Meron in the semis.
Oh yeah, Meron made it.
Yeah. Who did I lost to in the quarters? I lost to KJ.
Was there quarters as well?
Yeah, it was so how far did we go? Game week. Always actually I don't know, you know. I can't remember how far it went. Can't remember, but yeah. Oh, maybe it wasn't. Yeah, it might have just been. No, you're right. Yeah, it went straight semis. Yeah, semis. So yeah, Matthew, where's he got knocked out in the semis, mate? Sorry.
And a guy didn't even win it, so
no money for you to win here.
No trophy.
Get out of here.
Right. It's time. It's time now to dissect the team of the season. Much coveted Neeks Sports team of the season. We've had our debates, we've had our talks about it, but now it's time to lock it in. And it's a fair vote. All four of us get to choose. And whoever makes it in, makes it in.
We'll have to go to the comments if we
got ties, you lot in the comments, we see you. So jump in there and let us know. Nat, if your Wi-Fi is broke, then jump in the comments and let us know as well. Right. So I thought it'd be easier to bring it up on one of these. So what formation are we gonna go with?
I think 4-3-3 is fine.
Oh no, I'm sick and tired of 4-3-3, man. But if it is what it is,
Man City play it, Liverpool play it, Man United play 4-2-3-1.
Sorry, the reason why I hate it is to just have a Lampard PTSD with the 4-3-3 that was just getting us nowhere.
Kyle's rule is we always go with the champions. I don't know how we got that.
I'm not saying let's not do it, but we can do the 4-3.
I don't know how we got this to but that was Kyle's rule. So technically, no striker then, I guess, yeah? No striker.
Well, the guy I'm thinking can do that false nine job perfectly.
All right. So we'll leave it at that. Right. So goalkeepers. Now, giving us an option there. We've got Martinez, Pope, Mendy, Schmeichel, and Edison. Neeks, kick this off. Who are you going with?
I'm going Edouard Mendy. I think I had big doubts about him. Black Lives Matter for no reasons at all. And there's big doubts about it because it was like, who is he? Who is this guy? Never heard of him. Obviously, Chelsea got a big problem with the keeper. Spending 70 million on Kepa. And he's come in, and I think even through the Lampard time and all that, he's been good. I haven't got his save percentage and all that up. I know he just got the second most clean sheets, but with all that mess going on, I think he was one of maybe two at best signings that Chelsea can say was actual success this season. I think he slotted in perfectly, and to the point where Chelsea fans are now like, if he's out, we got no chance of winning this or no chance of winning that. When at the beginning there was big doubt, so I'll go Edouard Mendy.
Okay, Carl, are you back in for goalkeeper of the season?
I hear what Neeks is saying, but just I personally, I just feel like with the season that Kepa had before so last season, like anything was going to be an improvement. Like I know we didn't know who Edouard Mendy was coming into, and there was expectation on it. There was expectation from Chelsea fans to deliver far more than what Kepa was delivering, but in terms of his ability, no one really knew what to expect coming from him. But I just think that any kind of performance was going to heavily outweigh what was shown the season before from Kepa. And for me, I just think that Emi Martinez was the best keeper this year. I truly do. He's made a lot of top quality saves. He's kept Aston Villa in a lot of games, and he was literally that one last goal against Chelsea when they were 2-0 up. He made a couple of fantastic saves. One with his foot, made a couple of saves, and he was that one game away from getting his all-time clean sheet record in the Premier League. So if he had kept that game at 2-0, he would have broken his record for clean sheets in the Premier League.
You don't do if but so maybe.
No, I know. So in fact, he equaled his record. So he equaled his record, one game away, but yeah, he equaled his record. I think that he's had a fantastic season, and I think that he's been the best keeper.
Yeah, I'm gonna back that. I'm gonna go Martinez as well. I guess it was a howler from Mikel Arteta to get rid of his best guy. Listen, I tried to back Leno all year.
The first of many howlers. That was the start of it, and it just got worse.
Listen,
well, it's a lockout.
You know what? I still would say it's difficult because, like, if you look at like touches and his pass percentage to his defenders, it's way lower than Leno. Like, and they do play out the back a bit as well, and so his distribution from his feet is obviously what Arteta wanted. But then obviously you got to look at the most important thing, which is keeping the balls at the back of the net, and Martin has done that, made the most saves as well. And it's difficult because obviously for me it's between him and Ederson, kind of, because the man is like a playmaker. He's like a playmaker from the back, not necessarily because of what he does in goal. Although he does do his job in goal and kept the clean sheets. But I mean, my man starts attacks for City. Like, there's that side of the things for Ederson. But yeah, I'm gonna go with Martinez, man. I think he deserves it this year. He's been good. Javan, who are you gonna go with?
Well, it's gonna be a lockout. But it's gonna be a lockout. But before I even say my answer, I need to know this: how many clean sheets did Martinez get this season? I'm trying to find it here, but it's telling me
17.
Showing me as a whole.
Ederson got 19. I think Martinez got 17.
Neeks, and how much did Mendy get?
You're on mute. You're on mute, Neeks.
Neeks, you're on mute.
Martinez didn't get more than Mendy.
That's what I'm trying to ask. I want to know if he got more than
Mendy got second highest. I'll tell you in a second. Premier League players.
Because I can only just see it as Chelsea and Aston Villa. I can't see it. I can't find any individually.
I can't remember. Say what you're gonna say, Dodger.
So so for me personally, Mendy's coming, and yes, Carl said it's any performance would have been better than what we've seen. But okay, cool, understand that. But to come in and to be the second best keeper, like, you can come and get a keeper that saves some, but still let some in. But he came in and he's saving, and he's actually did a decent job. Whether or not Kepa was so bad, it doesn't mean that he looks so good, because he wouldn't be second best clean sheet if he wasn't good. So for me personally, that's why I'd have to go with Mendy. But Martinez is not a bad shout, because the guy has been amazing for Aston Villa. Just some of the saves that I saw him pull off in the Chelsea game, in the last game of the season, absolute brilliant. So, but for me, one, because there isn't a black goalkeeper, I have to go for Mendy. Like, we just don't see black goalkeepers, so I have to go for Mendy there.
So as stats, what's his name? Martinez played 38 games. Mendy played 31. Martinez 16. 15 clean sheets. Mendy got 16. Martinez got 142 saves. Mendy got 57.
So we got a lockout already. Okay, cool.
Now it's very tough though, because I'm very close to changing it to Martinez, because damn, man, he's been good.
It's up to you, bro. If you want to stick with Mendy, then we'll go to the chat. These lot will have a vote. But we'll leave it for now. So no goalkeeper yet. Cool. All right. Let's hope. I
might change my mind now. I'm
decisions down the line.
Thinking on it.
Right back.
Why not see Arsenal players there?
They put
every player. Did they put every?
No, I just put that list of defenders. This is kind of just defenders in general. But
you said
Carl,
right back.
Yeah, but Carl, who you gonna go for right back? On here we've got Reece James, James Justin, Cancelo, and Soufal as right backs. Maybe you can choose your own, but they won't be on here.
Wait. Kyle Walker not there, no?
Nah, he's not.
Damn.
What the heck is this, man?
I'm confused.
Can we go to another website? This website is trash. What the heck is going on?
Too late for that.
What's the other one that we used? The one that you made me change the color kit and all of that stuff.
So I'm only picking from what's on this list then.
Well, no, you can pick who you want. Okay.
It's actually a tough one. This is the only position out of the 11 positions I actually don't know who I'm going to pick, because there actually hasn't been a standout right back, and it's coming patches. Like Trent has ended the season extremely strong. Throughout the season, he was terrible. Aspilicueta has kind of, even though he's been playing centre back more often than not, but like it's just coming stages and like which right back is performing in terms of like season long. It's not like it's just no, it's this guy, and even with Pep Guardiola, like the guy changes his team so often. It's not even always Kyle Walker at right back. You know, sometimes he might play Cancelo at right back. You know, with Zinchenko at left back. Like it's not always a guarantee, and I'm truly struggling to even think that's who I want right back. I want Kyle Walker there. That's who I want to pick, but he ain't on that list.
It's Soufal.
You gave me Soufal.
He's been the best right back this year. I think he has played consistently. I think, I don't know, maybe 38 games. I don't know how much he's played, but he's been there consistently right back. Got 7 assists. He's been a key part to West Ham winning games, getting points, finishing in a position where, you know, David Moyes must be respected. And I think if we end this team of the season without a West Ham representative, I think it would be very, very harsh. And, you know, if Cancelo played all the games, because he's only played like maybe 25 games, and it's not even all at right back. Kyle Walker has shared the position as well. If one of them locked down the position...
He's played 28 games, 20 of them at right back.
Yeah, 20 games at right back. Is that enough compared to Soufal, who's played, what, I don't know, 30, 34, 35 games? I don't know. I think the consistency of Soufal in that position, I will give it to him.
Okay. Javan, who are you backing for right back?
Are you muted? Are you frozen? Are you dead?
There we go. Sorry, my mic was muted. I don't even know who to pick for right back, man.
Dustin.
I think I may just pick Cancelo.
This defenders.
I don't think we're gonna be able to pick a. We're gonna be a lockout here. I don't know. I'm gonna pick Cancelo.
In the chat, we've got Justin until he got injured at Leicester. Soufal. Liverpool fans are going for Trent.
Oh God.
Trent been non-existent for like at least 30 games.
He's had a good end.
For me,
he's had a good end.
For me, I'll just probably pick Cancelo, because he didn't have the best season last season, and then he's come decent this season for me. So I'll pick him. But for me, I can't really pick a right back.
So wait, Carl, you said Kyle Walker, yeah?
No. I'm still thinking. That's what I want to pick.
I'm gonna go for Dallas. Dallas has kind of been mixed. He's played at right back. He's played centre. He's probably played more games at centre mid now than he has at right back. To be honest, he started at right back, but he's played the majority of his games centre mid since January. I'm gonna go Cancelo. I know.
Come on, man.
I know. No, listen. I know it's been limited amount, but for me, he has to be in the team of the year. Why? Now, if you want to,
no, don't try that one. If I want to put him at left back,
if you want, now say if you wanted to, we could do that, but there's other options there, so I don't know why we would. But at right back, for me, he's been consistent when he's been there. When he's been left back, he's been consistent, and like. I don't think Soufal has been that much better than him at right back to put him above him. Like, if Soufal was amazing at there, I'll put him there. If anything, any person for me rivals is probably Kyle Walker, to be honest. And his own teammate.
Who?
To be fair, Wamzak has actually had a good season.
He has had a good season. Yes.
Just not good enough. So yeah, that's my vote is Cancelo.
Well, that's that then, isn't it?
Well, 2 votes.
Listen, we gotta move on.
Unless Carl goes.
No, people taking too long. You pick Cancelo. 2 people say Cancelo, innit?
Yeah.
So that's that.
So he's in. Oh wow, Southgate is gonna name a provisional squad tomorrow instead of 26, so potentially 30 man.
He can
30
name
man squad.
all he wants. He's crap, and he should be. And let's move on from that.
All right.
And the chat,
England ain't got
go to the goalkeeper, go to the chat.
England ain't got a duck in the chance.
Emmy Martinez.
Whatever that saying is.
Emmy Martinez has been the only one that's been spoken about. No one's gone for Mendy yet. So he can slot in there. All right, cool. Centre backs. Let's go with a pairing. Neeks, you want to start centre backs?
Yeah, Ruben Diaz is obvious.
I think we'll put him in, yeah, because I think he'll go in.
And Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire, captain of Manchester United. I think he's very underrated, gets a hell of a lot of stick. And unlike his other English counterpart in the blue side of Manchester, he doesn't get carried in defense, but rather he does the carrying. So I'm going Harry Maguire next to him.
Javern? We're going to put Diaz in because I think that's going to be obvious.
Yeah,
who would you go next to? Who would you go next to him?
Damn, man, I wish it was easy and just say Van Dijk.
Liverpool are fuming that Nat Phillips isn't on the list.
Nat Phillips.
I mean, come on.
Nat Phillips.
Liverpool fans, so Trent should be in there. Fabinho, Thiago, Salah, and you finish third. So Klopp is the worst manager in the league.
Konza, people are saying Konza deserves a shout. He's on the list. Konza is on the list. All right, we'll go Carl then. Carl, do you know who you're going to go for?
I do. So obviously Ruben Diaz as one, and I think the reason why I'm picking this other selection, which is going to be Jonathan Stones, is because like we had Edison as a shout for goalkeeper, but we went with Martinez, and Man City got the most clean sheets. They got a great defensive record, but it definitely wasn't a major part down to Edison. I think it was centre back partnership between Stones and Diaz when they played. Obviously, Laporte came in from time to time, but when it was Stones and Diaz, pretty much always rock solid. And also when you've got Cancelo, Kyle Walker, Zinchenko, and even Mendy at very few times rotating at fullback, the only kind of like consistent pairing between Stones and Diaz in that team, is getting the most of the results at the back for that team. So I think that centre back partnership was very successful for Pep, and that's his like go-to like main staple. And I just think both of them have been very, 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 very good this season. And I know a lot of people had written Stones off and saying his Man City career is pretty much over. Like when Company,
he was looking to go to Arsenal at one point. Apparently,
when Company left, and it was him and Otamendi, and Pep didn't trust either of them to play together, and he had to put Fernandinho at centre back. That disastrous season that they had. Everyone was like, maybe John Stones' time is done, but a commanding leadership in Ruben Diaz, sorted him out, and shows that he's still got it.
Carry job.
But that's the thing. If he needs to be carried, England have problems because it ain't Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire can't carry anybody. He is terrible.
Yeah, he can. Yeah,
no, he cannot. No, he can't.
Carried us to a European final.
He's terrible.
Carried us to a
European. Yeah, it's gonna be Stones to me because the guy has come out of nowhere. And you can say
out of nowhere. 50 million money can't buy John Stones. The man said out of nowhere, like they brought him from
when I say he come out of nowhere, like it looked like everyone. He was linked with Arsenal at one point. Like
that's a big club. That's a big damn club.
True.
But for me personally, John Stone, it doesn't matter if he was carried or not. He still played well. You can carry someone, but you could still like be crap. But he wasn't crap. The partnership worked really well. He shined to the point where Laporte ain't nowhere to be seen. So for me personally, I have to put. I'll pick Stones mainly because of that, because that's a good partnership there, and they worked really well. So I'm not going to disrupt that. If you're in my team and I'm putting you in a team like that, I need the partnership is there.
It's crazy.
How do I know Maguire and Diaz are going to be good together? Garland, that could be a calamity.
Put Maguire and Stones together then, isn't it? Because they're going to win the Euros this year.
Maguire and who?
Maguire and Stones, they're gonna win the Euros.
Oh,
This year.
fuck off.
I'm gonna go with Mohamed. Maguire carried Man United's defense. Hate it, I love it.
You know what's funny? Sorry, Rams. I was gonna say Cancelo
Yeah.
played
Take it
20
away
games
from
at right back. John Stones played 22 games. We're gonna put all these half-season man in the whole team of the year.
Listen, Man City
because
practically won the league in 20 games. The 20 games that they won is when they won the league. Either side of that didn't really matter.
That says a lot about Stones, then, doesn't it?
But that's pretty much almost the whole Man City squad. It's pep roulette. It's every man. You
Not my problem.
You look at Morris, 25
Not
games.
my problem. Not my problem.
Right, but I'm getting Maguire. So we've locked out the defense. So guys, get in the chat and place your votes for Maguire or Stones. Which English centre back should partner Ruben Diaz? Whilst we get into the juicy selection of left back.
That's the easiest one. that you have to click on.
So we've got Cresswell, we've got Luca Digne, we've got Kieran Tierney, Matt Target, and
that's it.
The answer is Luke Shaw.
It's Luke Shaw, hands down.
Wait,
no
hold on.
debate.
Hold on,
Keep it moving.
wait. Where is Ben Chilwell?
Not there.
He's
Not there.
I don't know.
Man got dropped for Alonso.
Wow.
For 1 or 2 games.
They changed the whole formation because he wasn't good enough as a left back. Put Luke Shaw in there and let's keep this thing moving, man. Let's just keep it. Let's be honest. Even though wait. Actually, no. Let's not keep it moving. Ramsey, Kyle, I want an apology.
What for?
Luke Shaw,
or what?
best left back in the Premier League.
Oh, behave yourself.
You told me he was done. You told me he was finished, and I believed you. That's why I put Man United 5th. I put that on you. I believe you lied to me. You lied to me.
Tierney was actually the best when he played from Spurs fan Erhan. Nathaniel was saying Cresswell.
That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm
saying.
Listen. All I'm saying, 8 assists from Cresswell at left back, most assists from a defender this season.
Yep.
I mean,
wait,
defenders
on attacking now.
Wait, please. What did you say earlier? It would be criminal if we don't get a West Ham player in the.
Criminal. The space.
I'm being completely honest here. Yeah, I think Luke Shaw's been overrated this season. I genuinely do think he's been overrated. I think people are talking about him, giving him man of the match for things that I'm thinking, what has he even done? And they give him a hater. I'm not a hater. I'm thinking, what has he done? Genuinely, in my opinion. Like, and I know there's other Man United players who
I'll tell you what he's done. Listen, the majority of our attacks, I'm talking 75%, come down the left-hand side. It's Rashford, Luke Shaw, Bruno Fernandes. That's literally us this season. Rashford, in terms of attack, Rashford, Bruno, and Luke Shaw. That's it.
That's because Wan-Bissaka's crap, and he can't cross the ball.
Left wing, no?
Say that again.
Ain't Pogba been playing on that left wing, no?
In the last quarter of the season or so, yeah, Rashford's been out injured as well. So, listen, Luke Shaw is a crucial part of both our attack and our defense, and we finished second. Like he won our player of the year. Listen, anyway.
So who's your pick, Ramon? Who's your pick? You're saying he's been overrated. Who's your pick?
Aaron Cresswell.
Oh my
God. Who's your pick?
I'm on the same boat as Ramon in the sense that I truly believe Luke Shaw's been overrated this season. He generally been overrated. I think the hype is unnecessary. And I'm gonna even go a step further. I'm being deadly serious when I say this. I don't even think he should be the first choice for England at the Euros. I genuinely believe that. Ben Chilwell.
Ben Chilwell.
Yes.
He's been average at best.
Listen to me.
Average at best.
If England want to win the Euros, they have to.
It ain't through Chilwell they're doing it. I'll tell you that right now. I'll tell you that right now.
However, I'm going with Cresswell.
Oh. Okay, we've got another tie. So, guys, get in the chat. Let us know.
Did you say Sure.
Javan said Luke Shaw. Javan said Luke Shaw. So we've got a tie. Guys, let us know in the chat.
What did this say?
I did pick yeah,
you picked Luke
Luke
Shaw, right?
Shaw. Yeah, I did.
we got-
I would pick
All right.
Chilwell, but it's a big shout. Chilwell's very close.
We'll come back to that. All right. So let's quickly go through the midfield then. We've got 3 in the middle. Are we going for a DM and 2 centre mids?
Yeah.
Are we keeping it classy?
Yeah.
Not like these other trash people just picking 3
Yeah,
midfielders.
definitely got to keep it classy. You got to keep it proper. Otherwise, you just have no structure, man. Honestly.
All right. So defensive midfielder then. In this list, they've got Bissouma, Ndidi, Rodri, Højbjerg, Souček and Rice, maybe Rice or over Souček. I don't know. Whoever plays more defensive, and Pedro Neto.
Ruben Neves.
Oh no, sorry, not Pedro Neto. Ruben Neves.
You know how this is so stupid? How's Ruben Neves there?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. All right, Carl, do you want to start? Who are you going for as a defensive midfielder?
That's a very good question, man. That is a very good question. It is a very tough one. You know, but Bissouma's sick. You know, he's actually
Brian 16th in the league, man.
I know. That's why he's not getting picked. But I'm just saying he's just
He is good. No, he's good. He's good.
For me, now this is definitely just for this season. By no stretch of the imagination is this guy the best holding midfielder, defensive midfielder, whatever you want to call it, in the league. But you really saw the difference in this team's play when this guy got ruled out injured, and it kind of changed their team performances and team results. And that is the main reason that I'm going to select this person. And obviously, on top of he's had an outstanding season, he's been exceptionally good.
Spit it out.
Right, an upcoming youngster in Declan Rice. I think it's between Declan Rice and Ndidi, but I'm gonna go with Declan Rice because when he got it's kind of the same with Aston Villa when Grealish got injured, and you just saw like the whole team was just nowhere near as good without Grealish, and then obviously Grealish comes back, and I think he came off the bench in the game before Chelsea game, and then the Chelsea game he started, and then they're 2-0 up. It just makes it's the world of a difference that you're missing that star quality, and it was the same with Declan Rice. West Ham were flying, making a serious push for top 4, and then he gets injured, pretty much ruled out for the rest of the campaign, and then their results just start wavering. They start going 3-0 down and having to come back 3-3 and that kind of stuff. Like, yeah, I just think Declan Rice was a huge impact for West Ham, and I think I'm gonna put him in the holding position.
Okay, all right, Neeks, are you gonna go for?
Yeah, I agree. Declan Rice.
Yeah,
no explanation needed.
Javan?
Give it to Decky.
All right, I'll put Declan right. Yeah, I mean, it's Souček or Rice. Like, I guess they're both sort of done a job.
Well, there you go. So. There's the West Ham player. Now there's no more respect needed. Let's move on.
Exactly.
I think we've got to put some more respect on West Ham's name. David Moyes. All right, the two either side. I guess we're probably looking. Yeah, I guess we've got a holding, so now we can go.
I mean, Bruno's got to be in everyone's team first.
What are you talking about? Who? Bruno? Who?
Fernandes.
Mason Mount.
Mason Mount and Phil Foden. What?
I think Bruno Fernandes. I'm going Bruno Fernandes as well. I think Bruno Fernandes has to be in.
I'm joking. Bruno's got to be in.
I'll go Bruno and Gundogan.
Ooh.
Because I think. I've said it before on other platforms. I think Man City won the league in those 2 or 3 month period from December to February, and Gundogan was their best player. He was winning them games. And, of course, there's 11 people on the pitch. Of course, everyone has to do a job, but he was the star man in that period.
So now 20 games mattering, yeah.
I'm saying he won it then, and he was the star man. And obviously, before that, he did all right, and after that, he's done all right. But that key period there, and I think De Bruyne was out for a period of that time as well. Yeah. and he just stepped up and was just scoring crucial goals. I think he's got about 13 or 14, maybe all comps. Or was that just in the league? Can't remember now. One penalty. Yeah, I'll go Gundogan and Bruno.
Anyone disagree? I'm gonna back that. I think, I agree with that. For me, it has to be Gundogan.
I can't disagree.
And says Højbjerg was a shoo-in if he hadn't fallen off after Christmas. That's like the whole Spurs team.
I can't help feel like it's a bit strange having a team of the year without KDB, man.
No, De Bruyne, I know.
It is, but he's been good. But I still like he's been good, but it's been weird. Like I
would have Foden over De Bruyne.
Yeah, it's like I feel like he's been there, but he's not. Yeah, I don't know how much of a part he's. Yeah, man. I mean, he's been sick every time he's been there, but yeah. I think I'll back that. I think I'll back Gundogan. Right, front three before we go back into our defense and see what the results are. Keep voting your centre backs and left backs in the chat, and we'll go to that after these three. So, Harry Kane, shoo-in.
Yeah.
And golden boot as predicted by our panel.
Thank you.
Put your hand down, man.
Thank you.
Let's go to the right wing.
Boy.
There's only one.
Why is Raheem there, man? What the hell is Raheem doing?
Listen,
what's going on, man? Where's Sterling there, man?
You put midfielders there as well.
The guy's not even first choice. What? Oh my goodness.
Yeah, so these are the ones you pick.
Let's never use this side again, man.
Wait, who are you trying to pick?
Ramon's trying to pick Riyad Mahrez, isn't it?
No, but I mean, Javon, who are you trying to pick?
No, I'm just saying. No. I'm just saying because every time we open it, the names are just mad. Like the names are mad that we're seeing here. So.
Raheem's had a decent season, but
Ramon, stop it, man. Ramon, stop it.
Okay.
So Vardy, what's that guy's name? Mahrez for sure.
No, what do you mean for sure?
I'm saying for me.
If you're saying Mahrez, you ain't saying Mo Salah. That's all I'm saying. Because they both play on the right wing, and we're only choosing one.
And Mahrez has won the Premier League, and Liverpool just managed to get into top 4. So I'm picking Mahrez.
All right, so that means you can't put Kane. They finished 7th.
Kane. Okay, I hear that, but Kane, the credentials are there for Kane, innit? He won the thing, but.
Yeah, Salah was 1 goal behind.
Well, he wasn't 1 goal ahead, so it don't matter, was it? Riyad, I have to look at it like this: Riyad Mahrez won the league, so that's what elevates. Kane is there because he won. Kane is there because he won the Golden Boot.
And the Playmaker Award.
All right, so
therefore he goes there.
You're putting Rodri.
Salah won.
You're putting De Bruyne. You gotta put in, I get what you're saying.
Oh, come on, you know what I'm saying, man. You know what I'm saying. So I don't know why we're
put him there, but it can't. Oh, shut up.
Salah carried Liverpool to 3rd.
To be fair, in all honesty, if it wasn't for Salah, Liverpool wouldn't even been in a position where they could win 8 of their last 10 games to get in the top 4. He was literally the only attacker doing anything.
Throughout the season.
I mean, when not injured, Jota was doing bits.
Say that again.
Jota was there.
Jota was doing all right
when he wasn't injured. When he wasn't injured, he was doing his thing.
Nowhere near Salah. Nowhere near Salah.
Jota played about 5 games before he got injured.
Listen, Jota was crucial for them before he got injured. So
Jota played
really well for them.
1, 2, 3, 5 games and 3 10-minute appearances. 5 starts and 3 10-minute appearances, and he got injured. Come on. Man was out for how long?
Maybe if Salah was scoring in the first half of the season, then he wouldn't have to put himself in this position to be carrying them out.
Say that again.
I said, if maybe Salah was scoring at the beginning of the season, then he wouldn't have had to put himself in decision to pull them out of this.
What do you mean? Salah was scoring when they lost 7-2 to Villa. Who scored the 2? Salah.
But I'm talking about throughout the season.
That wasn't the start of the season.
You tell me from the start of the season till now, Salah's been scoring, but Liverpool's just been losing.
Yes, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Yes, that's exactly it.
Listen, I got him here right in front of me. He scored 3 on the first game of the season against Leeds. He went 2 games, no goal. They won those. Then he scored 2 at Villa, 1 against Everton, 1 game without against Sheffield. They won 2 against West Ham and City, 1 each, none against Brighton. Scored for 4 games in a row. Then he went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 league games without a goal. That was, when was that? That's when they went on that bad period. Literally, if Salah didn't score, they didn't win games. That's literally what happened. When they went on that bad period, they didn't win any games. If you want to put Morris, it's up to you, innit? But
it's up to you guys, innit? Because obviously I'm probably
that's your vote. That's your vote.
I'm the only one here probably saying Mahrez, innit? But I'm pretty sure you guys will pick
Carl, what are you saying?
He's like a Mahrez kind of guy.
Mohamed Salah.
Mohamed, yeah.
Yeah.
Riyad Mahrez is too cold, man.
Mahrez is sick. The thing is with Mahrez, the only reason why I wouldn't go Mahrez is the consistency is not at the level that Salah has been for the season. He has had seasons where he's been more consistent, but what he has done is step up in the big games.
Yeah.
And if this was like guys that have been in the big games, then you can probably put Mahrez in there, maybe even Foden. But we're also looking at there's also big Champions League games that he stepped up in as well. So it's not all just been in the Premier League. But I think as a consistency over the season, I want to go for Salah. So I think that's free for Salah. And then our left winger, there's Grealish, Zaha.
This guy been out all season, man. Jesus.
Sterling.
Ooh, people keep saying this. So who's been out all season?
Grealish, man.
See, people say this. No, he played 26 games. The same as all the Man City players that was picked.
I know.
No, but it's not just you said that. People keep on other ones. I'm like, he's missed half a season. No, he hasn't. He just went out in I think it was like February. But yeah, if Grealish had played the whole season, he's a shoo-in for me. Absolute shoo-in. He was so good.
I don't know. Not over Son.
Does Grealish even play there? Doesn't he play in the midfield?
No, he plays left. Well, left inside.
He plays left wing. Yeah, he plays left wing.
Like he plays in this or something.
I mean, the thing. I think he gets labelled as like a number 10 because he can do that. But this season he's been playing quite wide.
It's the way he plays. It's the way.
Yeah, he cuts in a lot. Yeah, he cuts in a lot.
Creates. He's not traditional.
Listen, all I gotta say is in the east. All I gotta say is big shout out to Bukayo Saka. I mean, the man's been phenomenal this season. I don't know why he's not on this list. He's in the midfielders list, but he could be in the defenders list for the man's been everywhere this season. But since he's not in this list, that's the only reason why I'm not choosing him. The sun rises in the east for me, man. I mean, that's like Son had a great start to the season. Like him and Harry Kane were doing bits back when they were title challengers. I'm sure you can relate. But obviously, even when Spurs were falling off, it was him and Kane that were carrying Spurs to 7th.
Conference League.
Is that how the sun goes?
No.
That
was Lippy when he was saying a new the Super League theme song. Super League. Lippy, filthy fellas.
Yeah, and I think obviously like stat wise he's up there, goals and assists, and I think he's played well. I think he's just tailed off towards the end, but even still got his goals here and there, scored against Man United at the Lane and that. So done his bit. I'm going Son. Carl, who you backing?
Son.
You backing Son? Javern?
Rashford.
I would pick Rashford, but he's not here, so it's going to be
robbery. Change the website.
Trash.
Rashford. So
we go Son. Okay, cool. So that's Son in there. So essentially, our team's pretty much done, barring centre back and the left back.
But it's left. It's Luke Shaw.
I'm going to be honest.
Wait. Quick question. Was Mendy the only Chelsea player there?
In the list.
Oh no,
Reece James. Reece James. No, Werner. No, Werner. So
Is Maguire?
I'll be honest. Maguire's in. I think Maguire's in. He beat Stones in there. And at left back, we've got Cresswell, Shaw, Cresswell.
You know what? Neeks fought for Maguire last season, got him, and now he fought him again this season. He got him again.
And because he's improving us. We went from third to second. And next year, when we get Kane,
Say it.
Next year,
say it.
Can I say it then?
Say it.
Yeah, I'm pressing the record button. Go on.
Next year, when we get Kane and Sancho and win the league,
Say which league, please?
Can you confirm which league?
I'm not concerned. I'm confirming anything. When we win the league,
all right.
One of the leagues.
Man, I still shouting at Shaw and Cresswell in there. You know what? I think this one has got to go to the timeline. These lot can't make a decision.
Go to the where?
Nah, come on, man. Guys,
timeline.
Come on, guys. Please.
We've been robbed anyway.
A poll, yeah? A poll.
We got to poll it up. We got to poll it up to the public. We've got a team almost. Martinez, Cancelo, Diaz, Maguire at the back.
No one said anything. One person said Cresswell. Come on, guys. You're all watching. Just type Shaw.
Guys, I'm gonna go on the Neeks Sports page. I'm gonna put a tweet out, and in about 5 minutes, go and check it and start voting. And the team of the season, we'll put it out on the socials.
We got 2 Shaws.
Tomorrow.
Tag up your West Ham friends. Javerne, I've closed the vote. The vote's closed. What are you counting? Stop the count. Stop the count.
You say stop the count. There's 2 Shaws in here.
Stop the count. The count.
2 Shaws and 1 Cresswell.
It's going out to the public. I've got my West Ham mates.
Why? There's 2 Shaws and 1 Cresswell. No, Cresswell from Nat.
Oh, you mean in the? It's done, man. I'm putting it in.
Yeah, look, Nat said Cresswell. Junior says Shaw, and then someone else said Shaw as well. So that's 2-1.
No. I saw another Cresswell up there.
No, you saw the same Cresswell.
Nope, Cresswell. Cresswell is going to the public. It's going to the public. We've got to let them vote. We've got to give them one. So they'll be voting, and I'm sure they'll do the right thing. So there we have it. There's our team. There's our team of the year. We'll put that out. We'll put that out there for you guys to see. Yeah.
Junior says it, and Mo Wada said it. I'm trying to know. 2. No, you can't. The chat said it was 2-1.
Stop the count. Stop the count. It's done. It's finished.
Wow.
Finito.
And look, there's another Shaw just come through. Nah, I'm sorry. More Shaws has popped.
I have to stop the nonsense, man. The guy's talking too much.
Wow, I don't believe it. You guys bring it to the chat. The chat answers it, and you say let's bring it to Twitter because it's not the answer you want.
The chat got Maguire, and big up
Here
yourself.
We go again. Another one, Shaw from Nomad. It just keeps coming in. So, boy, I don't know what's going on here.
Nomad, you're too late. You know when you can't turn up to the election polls on a Friday when it's on a Thursday. You're too late. The vote's been closed.
Wow.
Get onto your Twitter, Nomad, and vote for Luke Shaw if you really want him.
4 Shaws in the chat, and it's still not being looked at. I bet if it was 4 Cresswells, it would have been, yep, Cresswell's in.
Listen, if you're so confident, just let the Twitter world take it up. And I'm sure these man will jump on that.
The poll is up, guys. The poll is up.
It's out there. You got, 24 hours
to put your vote? Yeah. And another Shaw. Oh, I don't know.
Listen, I'm sure they're in there. I'm sure they're in there. Tough is what it is. As I said, you got to get onto at Neeks Sports.
And another one.
All
right,
we digress. Listen. We're just gonna. I think we'll just wrap it up with the awards of the season. Because it was we got a lot to go through today. Right. Yeah. So. Who are we voting for then for our player of the season? overall?
You know what?
Ruben Diaz, man.
See, I was gonna be biased, you know. I was gonna be biased
and say Bruno.
Be honest.
No, yeah, I was gonna be biased and say Bruno, and I think Bruno has a big shout. Like he has a big shout, and in any other season, I would have given it to him 100% without a shadow of a doubt. Forget Ruben Diaz. I think he got 18 goals, 12 assists in the Premier League. I mean, if he gets a double on the weekend, on Wednesday, he could end the season with 30 goals. 30 goals, 17 assists. Like from a midfielder, that's crazy. He's already broken Lampard's record for a Premier League midfielder in all comps. But Harry Kane has done what he's done as well, but the numbers are better. So, you know, as a midfielder, you're like, he got 18 goals and 12 assists. But Kane as a striker has got 23 goals and 14 assists. So he's done the job of a midfielder and the job of a striker in a dead team. Rian, you don't even rate Salah. You don't rate Salah. I can't take your word seriously. You're a Liverpool fan who doesn't rate Salah. I can't take you seriously. I'm sorry. I wish I could.
Like I know I used to say I don't think Hazard is up there, but this guy generally does not think Salah is good, and that actually is confusing.
Hazard was a great player.
No, but I don't know. I'm saying I don't think he was world class. Everyone said he was world class, but I just don't think he was. He wasn't consistent enough. That's why I said it. But he just generally thinks Salah is
rubbish.
That for me, I can't understand. And for someone
I'm gonna go Harry Kane. I think in that dead ass team finishing in the Conference League positions to get the Golden Boot and the Playmaker Award from a striker position in a Jose Mourinho side. Yeah,
and Ryan Mason.
Oh god, yeah. I'm going Harry Kane. Well done, Diaz, though. Well done. But Pep tax. Everyone looks good in Pep's team.
Javern, where are you going for?
Diaz, man. Defenders don't get enough credit, and this guy has come in and he has done what he's done more than what I expected him to do. He's come in, he's done it. You rarely get defenders that do that. So therefore, I'll have to go with Diaz.
Okay, so I'm gonna cast my vote, and I'm gonna go for Bruno Fernandes. So therefore, Diaz wins. Diaz wins.
No, I said I'm going for Bruno.
I got it in writing. Harry Kane, you've gone for Harry Kane. I'm going for Bruno Fernandes. Therefore, Diaz wins our Neeks Sports Player of the Season. But see, I was gonna vote for Diaz as signing of the season. That's what I was gonna go for. I was gonna go for Diaz as signing of the season. That's that. I'm putting my one out there. I guess you could go for both if you wanted to go for Diaz as well. But for me, that signing,
he's been phenomenal.
That signing
he won them the league
after the 5-2 against Leicester, and they signed him like that. Yeah, that was it for me.
Didn't they sign him before that?
No, just after. Well, as in he went through didn't actually sign until afterwards. No, okay. They had Ake in that game.
No, I know he didn't play in that game.
Ake's been trash. He's had some defeats.
Who's my sign of the season? I mean, Diaz is up there. He's right up there. 60 million, so you expect it, but he's right up there. Some
would say lived up to the price tag. In fact, someone said cheap. Man, I was spending more than that on centre backs. They ain't winning leagues.
Jadon Sancho. Sad sign of the season.
Soon come. Ed, you got one last request. Ed, before you leave.
We're saying
he's leaving at the end of the season, though.
He's leaving gifts, leave his legacy behind. Yeah, is that you're saying, Ramon?
Yeah, leaving it behind. They're still done. He's leaving summer. December. Is it December now? Okay. Yeah. So you got time. What you said? January present. Okay, January present. All right. Yeah. So yeah, Carl, you going for signing of the season?
I mean, if I've got Diaz as player this season, means I think that he's been the best in the league above everybody else. So I have to pick him as signing this season.
No, you don't. No, you don't.
You don't have to.
You could have. Let's say, for example, Kane signed for 1 million this year and got 24 goals. He might not be the best player, but the sign this season because value for money, blah, blah, blah. I'm just saying it don't have to be. You could go for Thiago Silva, free transfer, good defender, for example. Emi Martinez, sign the season.
Quick question, Ryan. Who do you rate
I know
in that Liverpool squad?
I know.
Man say don't rate
Jota. I'm going Ruben Diaz.
Who do you rate? It's
a
a title-winning team. You don't rate none of them.
Kai Havertz. Ben Chilwell.
Timo Werner.
Diaz. Oh, it has to. Diaz. Mendy.
Hakim Ziyech.
It's a toss-up for me between Diaz and Mendy. On a personal level, in terms of just like, for me personally, like, I'm not looking at other things, no other factors, then I'll go Mendy because he's coming.
Yes, Julia. Yes, you're right. Tellez.
You actually signed Tellez
to push Shaw to be the best.
Lingard is a good shout for West Ham because
no. He signed in January. Is it not summer signings now?
But it's a sign of the season.
Sign of the season. Yeah, sign of the season. You can go.
Lingard is a good shout. Even Joe Willock, you can say that guy's come clutch since he went to.
Maybe worst sign of the season.
Yeah, don't worry, we'll get that.
So personally, I will go Mendy. But on a whole, once again, Ruben Diaz, man, the guy's coming in and won them the title, man. You come in, win the title, you have to get signing and player because he was both.
You man got Cancelo. You wanted
Stones. Yes, Neeks. We know you support Manchester United and everything can't be. It is what it is, man. My days. If Diaz played for Leicester, you would be saying him right now.
How come Morris win the league? How come Morris win the league? Gundogan win the league. Cancelo.
You would not be asking these questions if it wasn't
champions.
If it wasn't,
and Pep's the LMA manager of the year, but Diaz won in the league. I don't understand. They're
champions. Champions. You see, you thought Pogba was going to win the league. It's more than Pogba. More than Pogba to win the league.
If those players weren't playing for Man City, you would not be asking those questions.
We don't do buts for
you are just very biased, and that's just what it is.
Against the blue.
You have everything against Manchester City. If everyone see these group chats, how you've been moving ever since Pep could be winning this and that. You have been mad when it comes to anything Manchester City.
So you are the one who hates Pep Guardiola. I have nothing against Manchester City. Anyway, my sign this season is Wesley Fofana. Big. Wesley Fofana.
Listen,
20-year-old, better than Saliba, slotted into that centre back position and got Leicester an FA Cup. Well done, big Wes. Big Wes out. And big Wesley.
If Man City signed him, would you have picked him?
He will only play 5 games. Pep roulette tax. We don't do that.
I see, and there you go. There goes my point.
I want to go for miss of the season. That's the worst sign of the season, otherwise known as the Gabriel Jesus Award. For that coveted trophy that he won when he became miss of the season that year.
It's Timo Werner. We don't even have to have a discussion. Can we just move on? It's Timo Werner. It can't get any worse than that. It can't get any worse than that, Carl. It can't. The guy's been awful.
Partey.
I'm not so sure about that.
Wait, so what's
name me something worse than Timo Werner.
Gareth Bale, you're signing of the season.
Gareth Bale's I wouldn't. It's definitely Limo Lerner, man. The guy's trash.
Wait. So, what's this award? Like the flop of the season?
Yeah.
Worst signing.
Worst signing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Listen, it's between. See,
you can't name me anyone worse.
Oh yeah, Thiago Alcantara's right up there. He's pushing hard.
William.
It's a big shout. It's a big shout.
And I mean, Aubameyang signed a new contract. Does that count? Because he signed. He signed on the door.
No, it doesn't count.
You're lucky.
It doesn't count.
It's got to be Limo Lerner. He is being.
It can't get any worse than that. The guys can't score.
The price tag and the hype. Yeah, the hype. The hype.
You stole him from Liverpool, and they got the better player in Jota.
Certain man thought golden boot, you know. Certain man thought golden boot.
Trust me, I thought the same too.
Partey's been bad. Partey has been bad.
Partey ain't been great, but Timo, I think sometimes
somebody put up that AFTV song. Thomas Partey. You made a song about him.
Ryan and Nathaniel. Thiago's been quality recently and helped us get top four. Yeah, and Chelsea got fourth. So what? Can I not put Werner in there because he won them a few penalties and got a few assists? Man came from a treble winning team and took you from 99 points to 70, 69 or whatever it was. That's bad. You dropped 30 points by signing Thiago Alcantara. Deep it.
Oh boy, Bundesliga tax, man. That's the problem. Everyone don't sign anyone in Germany. They just look good over there. Bundesliga's trash, man.
I ain't saying. Wait, so you don't want no one to sign the greatest striker up and coming in the world?
Listen, Thiago looked good, and now look, here we are. Like, you best hope when he comes to England he bangs, because I don't know about Germany, man.
No, I just want to quickly say, I ain't even excusing Timo Werner's performances, but I'm not. even when Lampard was there, and now that we've got Tuchel, the manager, even though his performances are so bad, and I won't say performances are bad, but his goal scoring capabilities and his lack of composure in front of goal is so bad.
It's like zero.
I can see and I can understand why people say worst signing of the season, but for me personally, a player that would be the worst signing of the season would be someone that signed and got signed for the first team and eventually got dropped and struggled to make it into the team, and they're playing really poor. Whereas Werner is pretty much playing week in, week out.
Wait, who's that?
Werner.
No. Who was he saying got dropped?
No, he was saying.
I'm saying if you are the worst signing, like if Werner was that bad, the manager will say, you know what?
No, he's that bad.
I'm done with you.
Carl, you have to remember. The reason why this is named the Gabriel Jesus Award is because when he came to the Premier League, he was trash, and he kept being played, and he's still being played, and he's still trash. So whether you play or you get dropped,
but
it's how bad you are.
He's not playing week in week. He ain't going to get 30 plus appearances in the Premier League because he's trash. He gets rotated when Pep fully believes that the team can win regardless of what Jesus does today. The team can get the result.
Yeah,
but he's not first choice. He's not playing week in, week out. Whereas both managers, Lampard and Tuchel, both stuck with Werner, and for a reason. Maybe they saw something in him. Maybe there's something in training. I think there's a player in that Chelsea squad that's worse than him, and that's in Kai Havertz. I think Kai Havertz was a worse signing than Werner, because Kai Havertz actually started the season and was playing week in, week out. Lampard dropped in and then played a game or two under Tuchel, and Tuchel said, you know what? It's done. You ain't playing again. We're sticking with Jorginho, who even though concedes penalties, we're sticking with Jorginho. We're playing with Kante. We're playing Mount. Kai, you ain't touching this team. The guy is being diabolical, and people were talking.
No, but he came back into the team.
No. He's been trash. Absolute trash. What was he? What, 75 million?
Something like that.
More than that. I think it was more than that.
People were. I know people were telling me, talking about this guy could be like the next Zinedine Zidane, like the way this guy talking about. But I said, he was a midfielder. He was the highest goal scoring midfielder in the league last
Bundesliga
season. In the Bundesliga last season. Like, this guy can score and assist from his position. Like, he's got it all. The guy couldn't get in the team under two managers. He's absolutely, for me, he's worse than Werner this season in terms of signing.
Listen, I agree he's been worse than Werner this season, but I don't think he's a worse signing because I think the expectation of him this season, from me anyway, was lower because I believed that he was a younger player, and it's an investment they bought into. I expected Werner, from all the sources, all the talk, for him to come in and bang 20 goals. That is what I expected of Werner this season. I didn't expect Kai Havertz to be starting week in, week out for 38 games. So my expectation for him was already lower than maybe it was for you.
No,
Werner,
Football Manager was right.
He was what Javern was banking Chelsea's title charge on. I was banking Chelsea challenging for the league, or at least securing third place comfortably, on Timo Werner. They stole him from Liverpool and did nothing. That's me, innit?
And that's why. And the thing is for me, I would have let him off. If you got 15 goals, maybe even 10 goals, I might let you off. But to get 6 Premier League goals, that's Carl. That's what we're talking about back in there. Remember we were talking about Willian and Pedro. That's what we were talking about Willian and Pedro a couple of years ago. We're saying that's the maximum amount of goals they're getting. That's the levels we're talking about. Willian and Pedro levels at Chelsea.
He got 8 assists too.
Oh,
guy's been awful.
6 goals. Damn.
Sorry, if my striker got more assists than he got goals, and neither of them are double figures, we got problems.
That's why he's the worst. That's why he's the worst.
That's Firmino every year.
I bet no. Firmino probably hits double figures.
Yeah, he probably does.
Or this year he didn't, and that's why he's trash this year. They got 9 and 7. Trash.
And obviously, when I meant signing the season for Havertz, I meant the long-term investment. That's what I was saying.
Mate.
Can we just think how bad Chelsea's signings have been?
They've been bad. They've been bad.
But I guess if they win the Champions League,
Silva,
if Timo Werner was the winner next week,
Chilwell's been average. 50 million. He's been average.
Can we not listen? How much time are we gonna have this money conversation?
Yes.
It doesn't matter. Why? It doesn't matter.
It comes with expectation. If you spend 50 mil, you got to perform like 50 mil.
No, you don't. You spent 50 mil because the club wouldn't let him go for any less. Not because
but you decided he's worth. You decided he was worth.
I decided I want this player, so I have to pay the 50 mil.
And then you started dropping him for a player you had in the reserve. Lampard told to get on the bus and don't come back.
Twice, and then he came back in, and then Alonso was trash as seen, and Chilwell came right back in.
Final. Alonso started in the FA Cup final,
and that's why we lost it, because he's crap.
Chilwell came on and cost you the win by not staying. Chilwell came on and cost you.
Yeah, didn't make the right run.
Alonso's trash, man, and we know that. Let's not go into this.
Ziyech has been terrible.
CH, Werner,
27 years
and
old.
Havertz. Three were bad. Three were good.
Yeah, Chilwell. I can't say Chilwell. Chilwell has been
average.
You can't say he's been bad, but he's not bad.
Average.
And remember, it's not like he even came from another league. It's just the same league. They're not. What are you adapting to? Run up the wing and cross the ball. Defend.
And he's been doing that, so I don't think he's been average. There's three were good and 3 were bad. Simple as that. Werner, Ziyech, Havertz.
They've all been poor. Yes, you're right.
Poor. Chilwell, Thiago Silva, Mendy, good.
I tell you what, though, Pepe alive.
Pepe back.
Alive.
I say back here.
Nicholas.
£75 million well spent. I'll tell you that for a fact. Listen, guys, it's been good. We've dissected a lot. We got through it. We didn't get half through the stuff we were going to get into. But I guess Southgate's the Ladies England squad, so giving us a chance to get into that next time. Yes, guess what? He's going to name a 26-man squad before the 1st of June next week. He's delaying that Trent announcement, boy. You don't want to release that yet. Listen,
15% deduction for all Bundesliga tax. Yep, that's the Bundesliga tax. You're right.
Tax for true.
Yep.
For true.
Dead league, man. Bayern's Liga.
Thank you all for joining us, guys.
When's his announcement? 1st of June. When's the 1st of June? What day is that?
Next Tuesday. Well, the squads have got to be submitted by the 1st of June, so you could do it before that, but the final squad's got to be submitted by the 1st of June. So they're expecting a 30-man squad tomorrow.
Okay.
Down to 26. So apparently, he just can't decide. I think it's the injuries. Maguire, CMS, Henderson, yeah, Pope, yeah, yeah. All right. Well, thank you all for listening. It's been a good season. But I said the football will still continue, so you'll still see us here on Neeks Sports. Make sure you stay tuned. Hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button on your way out, guys. Thank you all for joining, and we will see you all very, very soon. Peace.